All diseases we try to say it's man-made. But if you look at the history of the diseases, then every means 20, 30 years we get a new disease. In your lifetime, you got recurrence of Ebola. In your lifetime, you had SARS. COVID is also a SARS disease, right? Ebola has recurred twice in your lifetime. So every 20, 30 years, we get a new disease. It is not necessary that the diseases are new. Maybe diseases we were living with us. But our technology was not at a stage that we were able to find out that this is the disease. Because if you go into your family tree, you go back 200, 300, 4, 5, 6 generations, and you try to find out, okay, how my great great grandfather died, how my great great grandmother died. So sometimes you will get answers, no, he had diarrhea for 3 days and he died. Oh, no, he had fever for 15 days and he died. You would hear some diseases which no one dies from. That means those were only the symptoms. We don't know what disease. So we have every 20, 30 years, either our technology progresses, we have the diseases, which we discover, oh, we were living with it, but now we understand. Or we get a new disease. So in that category, when AIDS come, so it was not an exception. That is why scientists were not much worried. They said, oh, every 20, 30 years we get a new disease, we get something. So they came to know about HIV. So what is HIV? For a common man, it all started in July 1981. When there was a very, very tiny article in New York Times, very tiny article, which reported the outbreak of a rare cancer among 41 gay men in New York. A rare cancer. Today we know it's not a cancer. But this is how it was reported. And this is the original, I have picked the original title from the New York Times of July 1981. I put July 3, 1981. And it was not on the first page. It was a tiny article, tiny news, somewhere in the middle of New York. Why? Because a new disease, a new cancer happening to only 41 people, nobody thought it was something. Because nobody knew something which is starting with 41 people in 1981 would soon have the potential to cross 41 million. If you talk today, we have 39.9 million people living with HIV. I'm not counting the dead. 39.9 million people worldwide living with HIV. Newly infected people with HIV every year, 1.9 million, 13 lakh people get newly infected every year. Death due to HIV in 1 year, 6.3 lakhs. Total number of infections, 88.4 million since we first came to know. Total number of deaths due to HIV, 39.9 living with HIV, 42.3 million we already lost to HIV. You can look at the scale, monumental proportions. If you look at the social side of it, then life expectancy in Southern Africa, not South Africa as a country, Southern Africa as a whole comprising of many countries, the life expectancy fallen by over 10 years in the first 25 years. In Swaziland, which is now Eswatini, the name of Swaziland is changed, now it is Eswatini, an estimated 25% of the population is infected with HIV. Botswana 20.8, Lesotho 18.5, Zimbabwe 10.5. So think about your village. Imagine that in your village 25% of the population is infected with HIV. That means every 4 persons. Think about what would be the mindset, mentality, the general level of consciousness in your village. Because about HIV, in the initial, for the first 10 years, they used to say there are only 2 types of HIV patients. Either who are dying or who are dead. No, they can live with HIV. They can live a very long time. But think about the productivity of that village, productivity of that society where 25% of the people are infected with HIV. So because we don't want to go that way, India doesn't want to go that way, and there are some very, very pertinent reasons why the percentage is so high in these countries. Very pertinent. And the questions are not scientific, questions are social. Why such a huge population? Because we don't want India to go that way. That is why, if we think that no, we should not talk about HIV, we are grossly mistaken. So still we don't understand the implications of HIV. So we must talk. The picture about India is also not very rosy. In India, there are 25 lakh people, 2.5 million people living with HIV. That's the latest data. Every year, on 1st December of every year, UNAIDS publishes a report. UNAIDS. So, 1st December 2023, the data published would be for 2022. Right? So, this is the latest. Newly infected people with HIV, 68,000. People on antiretroviral treatment, that's the drugs, which are very expensive but free by the government of India. There are six hospitals in Uttarakhand, which are, I just searched because I was coming to Uttarakhand, 6 hospitals in Uttarakhand which offer this antiretroviral therapy. The AIDS-related deaths in 1 year in India, 36,000. Now, just if still you are not convinced, you can see. Now, India said, we'll make India HIV/AIDS free by 2030. But at the same time, you get headlines. Mizoram records 9 HIV positive cases. Uttarakhand, many of you are from Uttarakhand. तेजी से बढ़ रही एड्स मरीजों की संख्या पिछले एक साल में 1517 नए मरीज HIV पॉजिटिव. See where our journalism has gone. It is a good thing that they are highlighting it, but they are writing World AIDS Day 2024, and the date is May 18, 2024. May 18 is not World AIDS Day. May 18 is World AIDS Vaccine Day. They are trying to make a vaccine against it. World AIDS Day is December 1, right? And this is, you see, a leading newspaper. This is the Uttarakhand. You can see right from 15, 16. You can see we have almost double in coming to 23, 24. Right? UP Uttarakhand frantically searching for grooms of HIV positive serial brides. That was a big scam here. There were some brides who were HIV positive. So what they were doing, they were marrying men who were not able to get brides. So they will marry them, take a lot of money, and not only they are taking money, they are making them positive also. That was a big scam. States saw 7% increase in HIV positive cases in 2023. This is Goa. Right? 35% people living with HIV in Uttar Pradesh are unaware about their infection. So the data that we present about India, the actual data can be very high because we hide. We don't know our status. In 13 years, look here, Punjab, my neighbors. Punjab sees 116% rise in any new infection. Punjab is now competing some of our northeastern states, which are very high. So you see here, Punjab 0.42%, Haryana 0.23%, Himachal 0.11%, the whole of India average is 0.20%. And this, here you can search your state where you are. The national average is 0.20%. And there are 16 states which are above the national average of 0.20%. Right? And Uttarakhand, fortunately, right now is 0.13, but the increase in Uttarakhand is quite high. It has gone from 0.11 to 0.13%. Haryana 0.23, Punjab 0.42, Delhi 0.29. Punjab has gone from almost 0.28 to 0.42 in the last few years. Right? So this is percentage wise. National average is 0.20%. So it may be insignificant to you, but when it comes to numbers, then India is the third country in the entire world with the number of people, because we are 1.4 billion, 1.45 billion. So even whatever little percentage, very percentage wise, Mizoram has the highest, 2.73%, Nagaland 1.37%, Manipur 0.87%, Andhra Pradesh has a huge chunk, 0.62%, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh. So you can search your, and in lakhs, in population wise, because Mizoram is a small state, but when it comes to numbers, so highest number 3.90 lakhs in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh 3.20, Karnataka 2.80. So the first 7 or 8 countries in states in India